Hello and thanks for joining us. This is the Signature TV News Update. I am Marvelous Obonman. Now in the headlines, MacArthur Foundation calls for collective efforts to eradicate poverty in Nigeria. United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund advocates 6 months leave for nursing mothers. Youth leaders support the ban of foreign exchange sales to bureau de change operators in Nigeria. And now the details. The Africa Director of MacArthur Foundation, Daye Olaide, says to eradicate poverty in Nigeria, there is a need for a collective effort to fight and eradicate corruption in Nigeria. Daye stated this in Abuja on Tuesday while featuring in a webinar organized by Signature Communications Limited, producers of Corruption Tory, on the topic, the role of citizens in the anti-corruption fight. Daye revealed that between 1999 to 2018, Nigeria's budget was about 63 trillion naira, but in the same period, had Nigeria become the poverty capital of the world, lacked good infrastructure and had the highest number of children out of school.
The only way we can deal with poverty, with insecurity in the country, is to actually start by dealing with corruption. Corruption is the biggest existential threat to our country. Nigeria, between 1999 and 2018, allocated over 63 trillion naira budget. Within the same period, Nigeria became the poverty capital for the world. Within the same period, our number of children out of school has not reduced. Within the same period, we keep complaining about infrastructure decay. Within the same period, Nigeria became second or third on terrorist index in the country. So there is a strong connection between the level of corruption and poverty and inequality in our country.
The Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, says the Buhari administration has made significant progress in respect of the human rights of Nigeria. Malami was speaking at the inauguration of the newly appointed 12-member Governing Council of the Human Rights Commission on Monday. Signature TV correspondent Chibueze Obi now reports.
The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice of Nigeria, who inaugurated the newly appointed Governing Council, stated that the present administration under the leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari has recorded successes in compliances and recognitions of human rights of Nigerians, which include award of damages for victims of 2012 Apo killing of Okada riders by the security agents, and the disbanding of Special Anti-Robbery Squad (SARS) for violating human rights, among others. While appreciating the efforts of the Executive Secretary, management and staff of the National Human Rights Commission, he urged the new Governing Council to uphold and improve on the standard achieved by the previous councils and management of the Commission.
It is known fact that the present government, under the leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari, had recorded successes of compliances and recognitions. It had complied with the award of damages for victims of the 2012 Afo killings of Okada riders by security agents, the disbandment of SARS, and the setting up of various panels of inquiry investigating and awarding damages for human rights violation by SARS is a clear testimony to the fact that the government is fulfilling its international obligations.
The Executive Secretary of the National Human Rights Commission, Tony Ojukwu, in his address stated that the Commission, through the assistance of Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice of Nigeria, had recorded several achievements, which according to him include the purchase of 20 investigation project vehicles, construction of new offices in 10 states of the Federation, maintaining and improvement of facilities of the Commission. He said that the Commission had established several good practices referenced by other national human rights institutions in the world.
The Honorable Minister has also supported the Commission in getting funding for the purchase of investigation project vehicles, construction of model state offices, and the ongoing SARS investigation panel. It is hoped that with further intervention of the Honorable Minister, the panel will soon get more funding to get back to finish its national assignment. The Commission has set several good practices referenced by other national human rights institutions, like the guidelines for enforcement of COVID-19 regulations, guidelines for the protection of our marginal children during the pandemic, and a host of other good practices. The Commission, in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Justice, is working with stakeholders to finalize the national policy for the protection of civilians in armed conflict, as well as the National Action Plan for the promotion and protection of human rights.
The newly appointed and the first female chairman of the Governing Council, Dr. Rahamatu Suleiman, who spoke on behalf of the council, pledged to put all hands on deck to ensure improvement on the work done by the previous councils. He expressed hope of having a cordial work relationship with the staff and the management of the commission to take the commission to greater heights. Also, Joseph Mamai, a member of the newly inaugurated council, in an interview with the Signature TV, said that their appointment would strengthen the commission in the fight against violation of human rights in the country, adding that the council would work with other rights protection agencies of the government to prevent and eradicate human rights abuses.
I will pledge that we will put all hands on deck to carry this work that has been done so excellently in the past, to carry it forward as far as we can, and to make sure that we make things, if not very much, at least a little bit more improved than we have met them.
The commission has been doing their bit, but now that the board has come in, we are coming in now to enrich the council. So we will look at what actually the constitution says about what we are affiliated to a lot of charters. We watch all these charters. Well, how much have we complied to it? How much of our human rights have been trampled upon? Who are the major people that are actually violating human rights? Is it the police? We have to find it out. Then we find a way to synergize effort with other organs of government that have to do with rights.
The inaugurated members of the Governing Council include Joseph Mame, Ahmed Fingila, Kemi Osuwaju Okeyodo, Abubakar Muhammad, Feni Okowo, and Sunday Tin Daniel. Others are Agabaidu Jidan, Nela Andem Rabana, Azubike Wakwenta, Jamila Isa, Idahat Hazan with Rahamatu Suleiman as the chairman. In Abuja, Chibueze Obi for Signature TV.
The country director, United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, UNICEF, Peter Hawkins, says 4 million out of 7 million children born in Nigeria are not being breastfed within the first hour of their birth. He gave the statistics in Abuja at a ministerial press briefing on Monday to mark the World Breastfeeding Week. Signature TV correspondent Nasiru Usman now reports. At the press briefing, which marked the kickoff of the 2021 World Breastfeeding Week with the theme Protecting Breastfeeding, a Shared Responsibility, the country director, UNICEF, said breastfeeding children within the first hour of their birth is very important to their health. The country director, who was represented, said the organization was working with the Nigerian government to empower women to go for 6 months maternity leave to enable them properly breastfeed their children.
So in recognition of this super special quality of breast milk, Article 24 in the Convention on the Rights of the Child recognizes that it is the right of every child to be breastfed, and that all segments of society must be informed and supported about the advantages of breastfeeding.
The Minister of Health, who was represented by the Director, Family Health in the Ministry, Salma Anas, said that mothers no longer breastfeed their children out of fear of transmitting COVID-19 virus to their babies. She emphasized the benefit of exclusive breastfeeding and advised men to support their wives to promote exclusive breastfeeding.
The World Health Organization, in a series of its publications in Lancet, reports that scaling up breastfeeding practices to almost universal level could prevent almost 823,000 annual deaths. That is about 13% of all deaths in children will be averted, children under 24 years, just by ensuring that we exclusively breastfeed. And also it has impact on saving maternal lives. It is also estimated that it saves almost 20,000 maternal deaths.
In a goodwill message, the Executive Secretary, Civil Society Scaling Up Nutrition in Nigeria, Beatrice Iluaka, highlighted the roles government, employers of labor, communities, and the family should play in enabling, protecting, and supporting nursing mothers to realize their breastfeeding goals.
Pregnancy and lactation are a vulnerable period for working mothers. We as CSON are therefore calling for the adoption, and not just adoption, but implementation of family-friendly policies, 6 months paid maternity leave, and full implementation and enforcement of the International Code of Marketing of Breast Milk Substitutes.
The event featured launching of the National Baby Friendly Initiative Guideline for Breastfeeding and awards to organizations which have supported exclusive breastfeeding, provided friendly and enabling environment for mothers to breastfeed.
It will be very useful for Nigerians towards improving the survival of children.
Thank you very much.
Lending his voice, the project director at Life and Thrive Foundation, Victor Obodo, said the foundation was instrumental in the production of the National Baby Friendly Initiative Guideline for Breastfeeding and is open for partnership. He also said that for a woman to exclusively breastfeed successfully, she needs the support of her entire family and community.
It takes not just the mother, but it takes the husband, the father of the child. It takes the grandmother or mother-in-law. It also takes every member of that community, because it's a lifetime investment. And if we miss it at that point, then we might have missed it forever.
World Breastfeeding Day is a week-long event dedicated to enlighten mothers on the importance of exclusive breastfeeding and the need to support and create enabling environment for women during their 6 months maternity leave. The World Breastfeeding Week is celebrated from 1st of August to 7th of August of every year. In Abuja, Marvelous Abomano for Signature TV. Council of Ethnic Youth Leaders of Nigeria says Boko Haram, banditry and kidnapping will soon be things of the past, following the central bank's ban of foreign exchange sale to bureau de change operators in Nigeria. The council stated this at a joint press conference on Monday in Abuja. Students of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, are mourning the death of one of their colleagues in a motor accident along the Cathedral area of Akure. The students who blocked the entrances to their institution on Tuesday declared the day as lecture-free. 4 other students also sustained injuries in the accident. The 4 students are currently receiving treatment at an undisclosed hospital. And now moving over to business. Nigeria has lost 4.5 trillion barrels of crude oil to theft in the last 4 years, according to data from the Nigeria National Resource Charter. Data from the National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency, NOSTRA, also showed that the country recorded 4,919 oil spills between the period of 2015 to March 2021. The Minister of Environment said the issue of oil spills is a huge detriment to the environment and leads to a significant loss of revenue. Global statistics shows that Nigeria loses around 400,000 barrels of oil per day, more than any other country in the world. However, mitigation measures through the enforcement of laws, regulations and guidelines such as the Environmental Impact Assessments Act have been taken to lessen the oil losses. And now moving over to the foreign scene, authorities in China on Tuesday said they will test its entire population for COVID-19 after the central Chinese city, where the coronavirus emerged, reported its first local infection in more than a year. China is battling its largest coronavirus outbreak in months, confining the residents of entire cities to their homes, cutting transport links and rolling out mass testing as the fast-spreading Delta variant challenges its zero-COVID strategy and homegrown vaccines. And now on sports. Team Nigeria's Blessing Oburududu on Tuesday won a silver medal in the women's freestyle 68 kg wrestling category. She had guaranteed Nigeria a medal on Monday after beating Mongolia's Batsetse Sorunzobold to reach the final. Although she lost the final to U.S. stockmaster Tamira Mariana, the 32-year-old can be proud of her achievements after earning Nigeria's second medal at the Tokyo Games. Earlier in the day, Ese Brume had made the country proud by winning bronze in the long jump. Before we end the news, a recap of our major stories. MacArthur Foundation called for collective efforts to eradicate poverty in Nigeria. United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund advocates 6 months leave for nursing mothers. Youth leaders support the ban of foreign exchange sales to Bureau de Change operators in Nigeria. Safety and security begins with you. Be patriotic and report any suspicious activity to law enforcement agencies. Please stay safe. And that's the Signature TV News Update on behalf of my producer, Chioma Uzochukwu. I am Marvelous Aboman. Thanks for watching.